Alright, welcome back to a new video. Been a little while since I've posted. I'm in 4K right now. I haven't tested my 4K camera yet on this phone. I didn't know it even had one, but I'm pretty impressed, I guess. I feel like HD and 4K aren't really that much different, so I don't care that much, but I got an item to review. Oh, my dog. But, it's a Remake cassette player my friend got off Temu or Temu, however you say it. Which, always has its mixed ratings. So, it's time to unbox. I will admit, I have opened it. I have used it a bit. I only used it for a bus ride home because I wanted to test it pretty much. And I will give my opinion on it a bit, but I did pack it up like it's brand new. And that reminds me, I gotta go grab double A's. But, that's besides the point. So, as you can see, it has my name spelt wrong. That's probably just the audio brand, obviously, but it's pretty funny. As you can see, I wrapped it up just like it's brand new. I do have a plan for every little thing. Pretty much, it looks like a freaking camera like this, but I had one of these before. It's a funny story. I had one of these. It was the reshow one, and silver. And it lasted probably half a school year. And one day it was starting to sound a little rough because I never cleaned the head. So I was like, alright, time to clean the heads up, give it a little love. So I did. It was Friday that day. Sounded a little better, not much better. Then I came back to it on Monday and it sounded awful. The head was like completely dying out or something. So, I never used it much after that. It was limping. I did use it for a road trip and the play button, the adhesive got hot and fell off in the hot car. So I kind of gave up on it, gave it to a friend, told him hold on to it. And that I'll probably come back for it eventually for the fun of it. But came back for it eventually, obviously, and it had worse sound than I left it, and the speed was very awful. So I suspect the capacitor somehow died, or were near dead. So I know these things don't last long, but what the heck. I need a Remake cheap frills Walkman. But hold on, I'm gonna go grab some double A's and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back with the double A's. They're Duracell ones, which I just don't like. They're my second least favorite batteries that I've ever used. But what I got, and they have charge, so it doesn't matter, does it? But yeah, so things about the Walkman. Very basic MP3 converter. Auto reverse. 2AA operation. It's as slim as I've seen a Remake Walkman, actually, which isn't bad, actually. It seems like it was able to compete against those 90s Sonys with the slimness, but apart from that, it doesn't have much in its favor. It's got the weird door like this. Cheap flywheels internally, very little metal, very cheap 4-track auto reverse head. Because I believe those are 4 tracks. Yeah. And directional continuous or standard 1 loop. Your direction button, stop, rewind, fast forward. External optional speaker, which detaches. Headphones, this one, so these started with mini USB, which this frame case has the slot for, but it's USB-C because they updated it. Do I care? No, because I'm never going to use one of these for MP3 converting. Why the heck would I convert cassettes to MP3? It's like stupid. So yeah, overall it's not, I like these things a little bit more than I should, I have to admit, but they're good if you want something, I guess, on a budget that'll last a couple months, but I'd really encourage you use an older Walkman or like one of less options that's older for the same price, because it'll last a hell of a lot longer, and it's easier to maintain them. This unit, isn't truly bad, but it doesn't get that loud. That's the problem with Remake Walkmans. If you want loudness, it's not that loud. The sound quality is better than I expected, via headset. It doesn't sound terrible, but there's no bass to it, and so on. But as you can see, it has this rotating off speaker, but it leaves a giant indent, so I might pull the speaker apart and turn it into a just like cover piece or something, because I don't care about an internal speaker. I have boom boxes for a reason. And then it's got this rubber case, which doesn't really fit at all. As you can see, it's like everything is slightly off. Down to the stop button right here. So this case is kind of garbage. It's not grippy at all. It's some like silicone kind of material. It's cool to have, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of useless. There's it out of the case. It's a no-brander pretty much. This one has cheaper spindles than the other one had. It's got like little cutouts in it to save as much as they could in the littlest way possible. But this one does have a better flutter than I expected, but that's because auto reverse, so it's got double flywheels, but they're garbage flywheels, so the speed's a little off. It's got a little flutter, a little inconsistent, but pretty basic. Got your battery compartment here. Fits your 2 AA's. It's probably, how tall it is, it's not that bad. I don't like how the negative goes into here though instead of the positive, because that makes putting batteries in a little more annoying. I don't know why they did that with all remakes. Kicked it into auto reverse, but as you can see. But yeah, as you can see, it does all the basic functions like a walkman should. No grease on the mechanism, I just noticed, which is lovely. As for what else is in the box, earbuds, which I'm going to give to my girlfriend because I don't need them. And it doesn't hurt to have extra headsets. I don't like earbuds. The screen protector for the cassette door, which I peeled off, which I was tempted to do for YouTube, but I couldn't help myself. USB-C cable with a USB-A to USB-C, very generic cable. Don't have much of a need for it. Your insert here. I haven't pulled this out of here yet. Ooh, it's got the software CD, which I have one of somewhere in my room still, actually. Funny story. But yeah, your owner's manual, which is taped to MP3 converter. Guess I'll open it up and show the contents inside for YouTube. I did update my channel picture. If you probably saw the little AI generated art I did, it was the best I can get of an accurate looking cassette player. Slightly more accurate. Obviously isn't the most accurate because AI sucks at that. Alright, a little, I think these are what, 8 centimeter? No. The 3 centimeter discs? Whatever they are. The tiny discs. If it'll come out of here. There we go. 25 minutes, 225 megabytes. Do not put in direct sunlight for a prolonged period. Never heard that before. On a CD, actually. Not bad. Never gonna use it, though. But I'll keep it because why not? Put that in there. Owner's manual. Pretty basic. Oh, they even do this. Okay, I didn't expect that. So it used to say mini USB. Look what they did. They put like whiteout tape or something over it to say Type-C. That's funny. That's how you know. And also, even the picture shows it with mini USB. If you can see it in there. So yeah, all the pictures show a mini USB, but they updated it to see more recently. That's funny. But yeah, nothing fancy apart from that. It's a basic unit. Just wanted to do a little review, and I will do a little playback. Obviously not much due to YouTube being so needy on their copyright law policies. Because, you know, God forbid somebody, like, copyrights YouTube. Wouldn't want that now, would we? Alright. So, I got this tape. This is a mixtape I've been working on. It's a SA90, Type 2, which I've heard good things about. It doesn't sound half bad. I've heard better, heard worse. I prefer the TDK, the SA90s, the later ones. The 80s ones, the more generic ones, because they sound better, in my opinion, when recorded right. But this one doesn't sound half bad. It's a little worn out. My tape deck tried to eat it a couple times because it had a tangle somewhere in the tape or something, and it was having trouble. But I think I fixed that issue. I've been recording on it still, so it's... And the case is very tight. They made it, like, as you can hear, it has trouble shutting. But if I hook up the speaker, which is weird, but... But yeah, so it sounds okay. The speaker sounds awful. Headphones sound a lot better. Doesn't get that loud. I've been running it on max volume because I like loud. Also, it looks like a camera like this, which is so stupid. Oh yeah, it's got this little tacky speaker. It's probably like not even a watt. Probably it's garbage. But apart from that, it's really not that bad of a unit if you want to waste a bunch of money on some remake. It's probably one of the best remakes that I've seen. Oh yeah, ignore that. That's supposed to do that, you see. But my plans for it. Not too many plans. I have this IXL 100 badge sitting because I had I was one of the 2 people who had the most improvement on IXL, yada yada, so I got an award. Thinking of cutting it and putting it onto this, which I wanted to do with just a cheap generic Walkman, just for the fun of it, which I might do, might not do. Sort of just depends on how I feel about it. But yeah, pretty much nothing fancy here. Nothing really worthwhile. Just a basic Remake Walkman, but I did want to give my opinion on the unit, which is that it's garbage, but it can be good garbage, for garbage. So yeah, I guess you'll get to see me packing it all up nice and fancy schmancy, because why not? And then I'll end the video. Hope the 4K looks good. This is a Pixel 7. So it's probably, I think it's one of the firster gens, not first, yeah, firster, it's a new word I made, but, like lesser, earlier, 4K designs. My friend's got this stupid, iPhone 17 Pro, because, you know, that's such an importance in life with a freaking phone. But yeah, so as you notice, I didn't pack the earbuds because once I'm giving those to my girlfriend. Hopefully she'll show on Monday. Well, I won't get into everything, but nothing bad necessarily. But yeah, so pack it up nicely. Also, one of the funniest typos I've seen in a little while is, if you can see it there, auto reverse and recorder the tape directly. Because, you know, love recordering. But yeah, so that's the Walkman. I hope to post more often, but usually busy with other crap that I got in my life, because I like my life and doing my stuff more often. So yeah, that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.